buenos dias, buenos tardes, buenos noches, y a todos en todo el mundo. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world, and thank you for joining us today for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is MK. I'll be your caster and cameraman for today. And today we have a blazing cup matchup between the Battle of the Burning Gases. It is going to be the Stars, one Supreme and one South. And Nina will be my co-caster and all. Which star will bright shinely today? Because I do believe the loser goes home if I have not misread it.
Ooh, okay. So that is going to elevate this Stars War a little bit. Um, as far as, because we are like pretty much about to hop into it. We're here on Haunted Forest, which is not a campaign that we are casting every day. Definitely not a bad campaign at all, but it is refreshing to see one. Usually, when we do have the map veto, it doesn't come down to a map like this, so it is good to have the switch up because we have had a ton of NA reboot lately, and yeah,
Not ready for it. There are some circumstances that the infected need to know now, and that is if you have two tanks up at the same time, you only get one pass for each, or they go AI. So we'll see if it comes into play. But for now, let's go live. Opening attack 2-2, the Smoker and Hunter. Start us off now when they're ready.
Okay. Chapter 1. In goes the Hunter. Easy ski. Smoker following up. Boom dying second, actually. And then the spit dies, smoke dies. So it is going to be a 3-1 boom. Going to be charge Hunter Jockey for Supreme Stars. Or rather South Stars. I'm gonna be messing that up quite a lot. I can go ahead and tell you that. But here in chapter 1, I would say this is pretty survivor-sided chapter. Lots of open spaces, and this tank should be no exception. I think we're gonna see one or two more hits before that, but these should be pretty easy to manage tanks or hits for our survivor side.
Yeah, there's really nothing much above the Survivor, so exactly what you said, I think, is 100% correct. They do have some bushes they can rocket spawn out of, but it's not the easiest to catch anything. It's still ground level. The guns don't really have to move. It's easier to aim, but they can have the spawns from the top here. It's just a long way down, so they're going to be chipped quite a bit. Synchronization is key here from Cell Stars to maximize the damage output. Jockey, Hunter, Charger. Charger comes in. Jockey misses. Charger misses. Hunter finds the target. A punch comes out from the charge and a triple boom. And they get some good value without a spit. Down to about almost under 90%. The Supreme Stars are making good way. Taking less than 5% per hit. And it looks like we're going to have a tanker on the other end of this tunnel now, because I forgot how long this first chapter is. And it is 500 distance as well. Worth quite a bit.
Yeah, they drop you off straight into it. It is definitely a full feature-length chapter here. Smoker immediately cleared. Nice clear on the Hunter as well. Jockey does land for a moment. Definitely doing a good job of stemming the bleeding here. Is Supreme Stars. They eventually clear the Smoker and kill it. Spitter is left alive. Yeah, I mean, before that, I would say South Stars did have the advantage after those first two hits, but that was a great third take for them. They do get double boomed right before the tank spawn though, so now is the question, do they actually want to bring it in? If they don't, which they don't, they're going to continue to hide inside, but this does open up a hit, and they have the rocket spawns actually charged, but he walks into it. Hunter will take the same target as a charge, so that will be good for Supreme Stars, but still, it's going to be a really solid hit right into the tank in the hands of Wallet.
And look at that damage average skyrocketing now with that fourth hit they got in. I'm surprised that they took so much damage there with the Chargers able to walk in. But first tank of the game, 4 Cell Stars into the hands of Well-Led. Survivors have retreated back. I believe he has this log here, and he has to bring it to force them back. Otherwise, they'll just stay up front here. And it means if they run back, they got to run through the map again. Looks like they're pushing forward. Okay. Looks like they're not scared of the giant piece of wood. Boomer's not going to be successful. And I don't know. Yeah, they're running away. And you can't blame them now. They really don't have a choice here. This hittable is very dangerous in this little corridor in the railroad tracks. Not really anywhere you can hide. I wouldn't trust those poles either. I think this is the right call.
Smoker, Hunter, and a jockey for South Stars. Gonna have to ditch the log, and AIing the tank is a real possibility. I don't think it's gonna happen on this tank because while it just now goes second pass, and it does freeze as they run back a bit. 80% here second pass. But yeah, I mean, this is like very open space here for the survivors. It's gonna be a tough tank for South Stars, but they can probably make it work. Like I said, Jockey, Hunter, Smoker are gonna have the most range as far as hits go, being able to get in there and kind of pick opponents apart. Hunter is gonna land into the E-Rock with the smack onto Ellis. It's a follow-up. One more and he's gonna go down. Now there's a Jockey and a Smoker. Smoker's good. Jockey loses the 1v1. He's still hopping around though. And he does eventually get to the side. And this Survivor's is good. As that, no, they actually get the clear. Insane clear from Rochelle. And Wallet is gonna go down. Whoa, beautiful clear, but still triple in cap onto the Survivors.
Come on, let's get up.
Yeah, I don't know if he's... Oh, the Boomer comes in. He's gonna... No, he doesn't. What? Okay. Boomer got robbed a little bit there. The spinner's going to delay one of these pickups. Can't delay them both, though. Okay, Rochelle actually doesn't... So that pickup can happen. They just got to go from the other side. Nick just taking spit damage. Here comes the charger.
Let's go.
No, they're just trying to see if they can juke him out. But okay, the tank is dead. 3 in-caps come out. But no, Nick, when the SI popped up, he was no longer shooting the tank for quite some time. But they're going to delay this a little more. The Charger misses. Smoker and Hunter both land. And the DB is just melting away here now. And Supreme Stars having a little rough take on the first tank. Down to about 23% bonus after pill pops.
Man, this shit hurts.
Yeah, it's not the absolute worst case scenario. Obviously, that would have been a tank wipe. You know, if the jockey hadn't gotten cleared, maybe the tank can play rock game with 500 HP, stay alive for more SIs to come up and finish off Rochelle. That was a real possibility, but Rochelle did buy them some more time in this match. They got to work really hard, though, to get meaningful points in. As the hit comes in, that will be the sort of work that they need to do. They even hunt down that low HP charge and finish him off, which means the charge will not be in the next hit either. 240 bonus for them remains. Set of pills also. But the thing is, MK, this chapter, like you mentioned, is very long. We're only at the halfway point right now. It's still going to be quite tough for Supreme Stars to see any of this bonus cashed in.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Some of these choke points are going to be a little rough, but do you have a spitter ready? Should be trying to cancel out the charger, though. Hunter blasted out of the sky, pull into it. Jockey latches on in the back for a moment. So they're doing a good job on shutting down spawns right now. Coming up with about 35% of the map left to go through. I don't think they're going to hit inside. They should hit on the other side of the tunnel. Actually, it's really hard to tell, though. It's been a while since they casted on here, and I think they still have quite a bit to go.
Yeah, they do. They have to go all the way through this underground area, and then there's kind of depth charge areas. There's even a very dark area that they have to drop down into at the very end, which is going to be difficult, you know, if there's spit or anything like that. And it just cappers in general, maybe just a quad they could use there. But regardless, they have to get there first. I will say in the meantime, South Stars is basically giving the whole underground area. They really want this hit right here. They're going to be able to bleed out these 3 Supreme Stars players in the meantime as they just pre-spawn in and give the audio cues, you know. I mean, the hit's already this telegraphed that it's fine to do this. Charge comes in, not going to land. Hunter gets dealt with as well. I don't know what he was up to. Jockey goes in, and boom, last, finding a 1 boom. And I got to say, Supreme Stars is doing an amazing job at preserving bonus.
Yes, they are, and making good ground. So even though they took the tank roughly, they do a little better job here. Nick is losing the battle with not walking into things. Got stuck on a few things there. And now a more interesting choke point on this drop here. They got to be careful. You can hang if you don't go the right way here. And if more than one person hangs, you could be throwing away all this bonus pretty quickly. So they just got to be cautious. And now they go down into a very dark choke point. So I'm just going to stay and look through the wall. Is it double cap down there? And what bonus?
Oh
No, it's all
no.
gone.
Oh man, they even alerted the witch.
It's fake. Yeah.
I gotcha. The spit does come out while Tung Sito is still down. Jockey, Boomer, I mean, they've still got, potential here. Jockey is going to troll the pickup. Boomer is still ready to go in. The double boom with the stumble. Hunter is next up. But we got to get meaningful. Oh, he dies. Okay, there's still Rochelle here, though, holding 47% or 47 points of bonus. Okay, she's going to be allowed to walk in.
Ooh. A little rough there at the end for South Stars. I thought they were going to walk in with a 200 bonus there. Kind of lost almost all of it. But it is plus 37, not just distance. They got to return their favor on the special affected. Because if you know this finale, no, it is not one to make points up on. Not at all.
Oh, yeah. This finale is tough. And also, I mean, yeah, it's up to Supreme Stars to actually shut down South Stars here. It's going to be tough for them to find a lot of success with these hits, but who knows? Maybe they can make it work. This is a lesser played campaign. So sometimes tactics that would be old news on, classic campaigns or something like that might be able to find some success here, even against top teams. It just depends on how much these teams know about Haunted Forest. But I do believe this campaign's been around for a while. These guys probably have a pretty good hold on it. Pretty good display from both teams so far.
Yes, it is. We wait for one person to return from the Supreme Star side to get this game returning to action. Haunted Forest, one side was played. It was a total of 537 Delta put up by Supreme Stars, losing one survivor at the safe room, but still a couple hundred points. I mean, not a couple hundred, couple dabbles of bonus, putting them slightly above the distance line. And here we go. Opening attack is going to be a retro attack with a hitter. If they can do more opening damage than the other side, where Supreme Stars choose to go will yet be determined. 2 Uzis, 2 shotguns. Uzis are in the back, shotguns are in the front. And with where the cappers are set up at, it looks like they're going to plan to attack the ones in the back at this moment. If they do so, yeah, they're going for the Uzi. Hunter lands. Spit comes in a little late. Does land. A little bit of damage coming out from Supreme Stars. About 2% and all. Attack goes down to 90 and 1 HP off her.
Yeah, they can't be too upset with this. At least, the Hunter didn't get skeeted. Tried to kind of do a smoker behind, Hunter forward kind of hit. Hey, it landed, so they'll take it. Hunter Charger, Jockey Boomer here.
Magnum here.
South Star's gonna slow it down, clear out some commons. There's no spit. Boom is gonna be tough to get in here. Looked like he tried some kind of ghost hop through the bushes. Not really working out for our Boomer. Tung Sito. He does eventually find it. Gets a 2 boom. Charger misses his jump though. Still takes a 1v1 with Coach. Loses that. Jockey lands. Gonna be, some decent damage.
Yeah, with what a successful Boomer and all, it's a little letdown on the Infected there. He gave him such a great opportunity. All the SI lose their 1v1, and the Jockey just grabs the Boom Survivor to get a little bit of value of damage besides the Boomer slaps. And 94.8, they still look pretty healthy. 2 survivors remaining in 5, 2 in the 4 range of punches as far as the tank comes in. It looks like they want to get a hit quickly. Oh, with an M2, the Hunter misses the pole guy and eventually gets blasted out of the sky. They do get some good damage out of that though, but they're going to be able to get the tank up and in quite a bit more health than the other side. And here is the first tank of the game for Supreme Stars in the hands of literally Larla, if I said that right. I probably butchered that.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of a tongue twister there that they gave us for his name.
AKA Zacho here is going to be the tank charge lands. Jockey and a boom. Boom around the pole, not really going to work out. Going to try to reposition here. Gonna be tough to catch Stars off. You can see Healy's just like looking around for it. He knows that a Boomer, maybe the jockey as well, he's ready for that 1v1. But he kind of walks past. The Boom is still trying to find an in-between spawn. Hoping. But so far unsuccessful. Arc Boom, no, instantly cleared out. Not going to be able to find anything with that. Jockey Hunter, we'll see what Tung Sito gets. Either going to be a charge or a smoke. And yeah, I mean, this is going to be tough. There's 3 points of damage put onto Zacho so far. Obviously not going to be able to continue hitting the log. How far does South Stars go back? They probably just set up here, right? And that should be that.
Yeah, I don't think they can go back much more. No, I agree. I think this is where it's got to be. And I can't believe how close it was to go in AI, but he's in. No, I had the other one. Take him away.
All right, we've got the Hunter spawned in. Smoker and the Jockey. They both go from up above, Smokeful into the smack, but still far away. Missing the follow-up. Nice hop from Nick. Does eventually get hit. He's going to continue to... He's going to go down off of that one. 930 HP left for Zacho as he runs up behind the tree. 200 HP left. Going to attempt the rock. Gets skeeted, and down he goes. A single in cap. Obviously going to be about 3 times worse than a triple in cap in simple math terms. So 72% of the bonus left. And this is a huge chance for South Stars to make a statement early on in this match.
Yeah, they walk in with this and all. They're going to have about a 700 plus delta. That is massive on one chapter of Haunted Forest, putting Supreme Stars life at danger here. Charger comes rocketing in a little late, trying to get a charge down the hill. Not able to get it. They get some spit damage, a little bit of value. Spitter's going to despawn, and that attack is worth it. A little bit less than 70%. We'll say it. 69.
Oh.
Pop their number.
They're just going to keep it moving forward. The PB is open for KMY, aka Earn. As help binds continue to get spammed from David, but regardless, Jockey, Hunter, Charger, and a Spitter ready to go. This isn't the best spot for this hit. I will see what Supreme Stars can really do with it, but not having a smoke here, I don't know, it feels a little bit awkward. It does look like they're just going to go for some rockets up above, but I'm looking at this Charger. Okay, I mean, look at this. South Stars literally just back it up. No problem. Okay, they do get a Hunt Spit for their efforts, but MK, there's 739 bonus left. And let's be real, Supreme Stars only has a couple more chances at these hits. They're good hits, but they only got a couple more shots.
Yeah, 2 favorable spawns, a hit on the transition out of this and a hit down the ladder. Both really good opportunities, as we were talking about. Got to get the greatest value that you can. I think either one of them are double digits is a loss. Pushing quick with Boomer. Uh-oh, he's caught out here. Where's the cover? The Charger. Charger lands. Gets a slam, and this is what I'm talking about. That's the DB melting away. He's down to 540. And that is over 10%. They need it just one more time on the other side of the hole now. I just don't know if their spawns will be ready. I think they might already make it down.
Like zombies on
that was amazing out of Supreme Stars. There's going to be a Spit and a Hunter. Will they beat it? Yeah, they're going so quick. South Stars losing no time. Hunter does get in with the Spit, possibly spreading around. Yeah, they're just standing on it. They go down 447. 434. Jockey and a Boom. I mean, see what they can do with these, but yeah, looking like this is just going to be a sad Jockey and very useless Boom. Advantage of about 400 points here. Nice try. 430.
Yeah, they do get those last 2 hits were good value. No, they needed it. I think it was exactly 10% each hit it comes out to. So I think that was great by them, holding on to their tournament life. It was desperately needed, and maybe a little momentum with their morale and infected play. And I think if they get a good tank spawn, they could manage to get a wipe with the early tank spawn, they're right back in this.
Definitely. Definitely, we'll see what they can do. 60% tank. This is an interesting one because you obviously running the tank back is never really a super attractive option, but sometimes it's just so favorable to do it. And I think this is possibly one of those spots where there's hittables forward and things like that. So they might just want to run it back into this cathedral area here, even though it would mean losing quite a bit of this chapter percentage, the progression percentage going up to the tank.
Yeah, it's been a while since. Oh man, the tank brings the car and the survivors run back, but still, it's such a wide open area. I see some of the dominant teams still want to play it out in the open. So it's going to come down to their decisions, and let's see what Southstars does. That's a nice hunter pound. The spit was beautiful. Boomer gets in there, standing in the spit as long as he can. I think that's great value with a nice follow-up. Boom. Beautiful job coming out from Supreme Stars, in my opinion, was what they had there. Almost 6% worth of damage. Going down Southstars the most that they could, and this boom is going to have some horde trickling in from all angles. Not going to be a threat, though, but there's going to be a lot of comments chasing. Look at them all down there.
3-1. Okay, look at him. Whoa! I love the way Supreme Stars attempted that. Ultimately, not really going to work out. We actually saw Healy basically blasting through outside of the cathedral to block the rocket spawns, but Supreme Stars was already setting up inside. And so that kind of isolated the other three members of South Stars inside when the hit comes in. But unfortunately for Supreme Stars, execution-wise, they just didn't really get the caps that they needed there to make that hit work. And South Stars was able to run through. We do have a jockey, charger, smoker, and a boom. Always awkward to have that boom out here in the open like this. Look at where he's spawning. He's just out in the middle of nowhere. He tries to walk it up, finds one. Look at the charge, even worse, just in the middle of nowhere. And that hit, not going to find a whole lot of value.
Yeah, that is a really rough there for a charger in general. I mean, I'd be surprised if he was able to get there. You got to give him the benefit of the doubt. It's really rough here. And it is tank timing, and they get to the car alarm pretty quickly. They don't trigger it, of course, retreating backwards. And it's going to be Tra-la-la-rito as the second tank for Supreme Stars. That car is in tow, and survivors are retreating. The question is, how far back are they going to go? There's a good chance they go back to the church to take this tank now.
Exactly. That's a definite option. The car does get volleyed through, but there was a log as well, possibly. Could be wrong. But regardless, the car is here. Hunter and a jockey. Obviously, they don't want to AI the tank, or at least the tank doesn't want to AI itself. So it does just have to keep running forward as the survivors run back. He should have no problem getting in. Nice avoidance of anything more than a single boom here for South Stars.
How late this common is. He's going to run into the horde.
Yeah.
He can't delay here. He's got to go right in. This is the misplay. His commons are his key. And here he goes. This could be big. The commons will be chasing with him. Be a while till they might get there, but it will be in tow. Good parkouring. Oh, what a juke out onto Ellis. He's going to take the bottom survivors. The infected are already, the hunter lands. The charger's coming into cover. He can't. The tank cannot find anything either. And he's going to have to go over and just salvage this in-tap on the jockey.
Ooh.
I mean, the hunted target, and that's going to work out such good favor for South Stars. SI not able to synchronize anything up, and the tank not able to hold his own corner.
Yeah, when you called him to go in initially, there were about 7 commons, and he ended up with about 1 by the time that he actually went in. I would have loved to see it. It's really just 1 or 2 seconds difference that really makes such a difference here. In comes the hit, jockey from behind, smoker gets in. But again, just not a whole lot happening here. Smoke boom does die off last, so it sets up a good hit for Supreme Stars, which is going to be coming up I don't know. I mean, do they hit? Do they even try to hit at the kind of like cave formation, or do they just wait all the way to the house? It's just such an awkward spot here for Supreme Stars. The spawns are coming up, and it's like, where do you even want to hit here? I guess maybe rockets here. No, they are gonna back it up.
Yeah, I think wherever you have spawns above the charge, you got to take it. The charge is the most difficult to get in there. This could also save the spitter for the next hit. But they only need the hunter to land to activate all of this damage. So if the hunter lands, it's successful. And I think that's what they're going to bank on here. So it's going to be a 1v1 shotgun on the hunter to determine all this damage. Look at how they're trying to see if they can pick this hunter on the other side. Are they doing some parkour that I've never seen before?
Whoa.
Can you jump over that fence? See,
Oh.
this is the time you might want to hit them when they're doing stuff like this. And they go back over. Not gonna play that. And here it comes. Charger walking in a long way. The hunter's gotta win. He doesn't win. The jockey's the only one to win. And that's just gonna be no damage really. And look at South Stars. 870 bonus with only 30% of the map to go. They're not going to get hit for at least another couple of seconds.
That was amazing by South Stars. They're holding on to so much bonus. I mean, this is another just, outside chapter. They do transition inside here finally. And we've got a hit ready to go. This is like, I mean, it's an alright hit. We've got the commons, but they're just going to stand here and clear him out. Smoker, what are they going to do, really? There's the spawns around the corners. Smoker's already spawned in here. Charger maybe trying to come in from behind, but South Stars has just done such a good job of cutting the morale down here. Supreme Stars. Supreme Stars really needs to lock in and find something good. They're not going to find it like that. Charger starting to engage, finding nothing. Spit. They can't even drag. Oh, Healy does hop down in there. Maybe feels a little bit bad for them. Double boom comes out, and that's about it.
Yeah, now this is going to be their best chance for damage. This is a difficult choke point to take. They got to climb the ladder. Everything's close quarters here. Maybe they'll have the spawns for this. Hopefully they got a spitter. Is it going to be a quad? It's going to be a spit. Oh, the room shell already takes the top, but this corner is still great. They can make this work and grab a guy in the back and reset to give him another hit. 64.6% bonus. 853 total for those that want to know the number exactly, which is so big. Spitter pre-spawn. Jockey waiting in the back. And at this rate, they're going to run out of ammo now because these commons don't stop coming around this corner. Unless they're just farming for stats right now. Because they're definitely getting a lot of common kills here. Okay, they finally take the turn. They are going to leave the two Uzis in the back, pretty standard. Two shotguns taking points. And here it comes. Hunter lands, gets the stumble. The Charger lands. It's beautiful. The spit spreads into both. Wow. That's about as ideal as you can get. The only thing that doesn't work out, he's still in the spit. And that is great damage, but still a big score coming out from South Stars. Now half of the bonus still even with that big damage coming out. 64% down to 49. They might even get some chances for some scratches here.
Dude, that was crazy. That was so sick. What a needed hit, a necessary hit out of Supreme Stars. They try to piece something together here, not quite going to find what they were looking for, but still, they got about 200 points out of that hit. It felt so good, I'm sure. It just puts them in the right foot forward going into the next, or into their side of this chapter. Obviously, it doesn't feel great to be looking at 1220, but you could have been looking at almost 1500. So I think that they're gonna feel all right about this.
I mean, it's just like you were saying. You're going on your survivor side now, and you already see the other team put up just about 50%, a little bit less on a pretty long map, even with an event on top of it. And now they're going to have to really perform fighting this tank. And I think they got to do something wild here. And they got to be really aggressive and try to fight this. I don't know if I can safe fight it forward now, because it's so dangerous to do so, but I have seen teams do it before, using the environment to protect them. What we can choose to do, as the infected just hit on the back, and look at this, they'll get the pound spin, and not terrible coming out from the Cell Stars. Not only that, but it spit blocks it to delay them from getting out of the church.
That is definitely an interesting way to play it. Supreme Stars. I mean, Nick is here taking a while. Plenty of time for South Stars to get set up. Hunter Jockey Charger spit. Charger just spawns it in. Just running around. Hunter skeet as well. Jockey lands for a moment onto row. And just that Jockey landing in the standing spit is enough to make the hit worthwhile.
Look out! Yeah, really worthwhile, actually. Look at that, 90.9.
Reloading.
Good damage. Still got a perfect score, though. But yeah, the chances of walking through a tank with taking no damage is so rare to see, but it can happen. Let's see if Supreme Stars can make it happen, Captain. But it's going to be a 2-2 with the Hunter and the Smoker. They're waiting for the Smoker spawn. Here it goes. Oh, but the Hunter is blasted out of the sky. Good discipline from the SI. I mean, from the survivors there. No, make sure the Hunter doesn't land. No spit damage. Just a little bit trickled in. Still sitting at 1176. Stars doing well so far.
I think that's going to be the quad, but it shouldn't really matter too much. If they hold it too long, then Supreme Stars is just going to bring in the tank. We'll see if they can find a couple caps with this. It's going to be tough.
Especially for the Charger now. I don't know how this Charger's going to figure it out, but they're going to go for it. And this Charger... Oh, they landed pretty much a trike. Oh, the Charger lands on the pole guy. I take my words back now. They figured it out. This probably wasn't his initial plan from the gate, but he does find somebody for 10 damage. And they take more away before they get this tank up. And they got to be cautious, because I think they're going to have a spawn up or two right before they can run back from this car alarm. Hopefully they don't get a Smoker to pull into there, but no, looks like they should be able to retreat safely. And the Boomer, not going to set that off. Nope, we got an AI Boomer in tow. Is he going to kill it? Nope, he's going to leave him be. Hey, this AI Boomer could be big now, you never know.
You never know. In the meantime, hit's going to come in. Nice skeet. Okay, you're going to find a Jockey for a sec. I mean, look, they've been able to find about 5% every single hit, right? Which that is number one. That's pretty good for South Stars. Consistent output of damage here on these wide open spaces, but more importantly, survivors running it all the way back, running it about 3 hits back, maybe even more than that. Which means if they continue to this cycle of taking like 5% every single hit, then it's just going to continue to add up. And even if they have a really good tank here, you know, it's just not going to bode well for Supreme Stars. And then you factor in the end part as well with the infinite event. You know, it just doesn't bode well for them. But we got to see how this tank plays out. Going to be in the hands of Healy. He's just going to be able to run it in.
Oh, they're going to AI him. Yeah, they're going to AI him. I don't know if he's going to make it in time. It's going to be so close. They're going to go with a firing range. And he's lost. And he knows it. Oh, he got grace period. He would have made it. He would have made it. And he just tries to salvage it. He's got to be careful not to get him stuck, though. Ooh, he wasn't moving, no. If he would have got stuck, that would have been a free kill. And I think he's figuring it out. Yeah, he figured it out. And he'll be in tow shortly. I think they go quad here with this commit.
I really didn't expect this situation.
At the Boomer.
I really didn't. AI tank running it down. It's still a tank. It's still got 6,000 HP. It's still got 3,800 as they're locked into the safe room here. Charger Hunter Jockey. Jockey does land. Getting the smacks. It's the AI tank with the charge as well. Down goes one. Tank got a guy in the corner. He fortunately gets out of there. About 50 HP on 3 players as well as 1 in cap. As the pickup comes out, 55.9%. Not a bad tank with about 30%, and it also set them all the way back into the safe room.
I'm not dead yet.
Yeah, they are able to take this choke point at least, but now they got to go through all the rest, and they got to take a hit here. Free spit, no value. Hunter gets a scratch, but heals off. Nobody has to eat their pills yet. Jockey and Boomer will try. Jockey gets a scratch. Still nobody under that 40%. Look at that. 44, 45, 49. And their only person that's bleeding is a temporary health, of course. And the DB is now open. But if they lose, what is that now? 3% more bonus. Supreme Stars are going to lose the round.
We saw how amazing of a round this was for South Stars. So this is what Supreme Stars need to do to keep their heads above water here as we head to a very important Chapter 3 for them. But this is far from over. This chapter is very far from over. Supreme Stars need to get every ounce of this 700 bonus into the safe room that they possibly can. Charger, Hunter, Smoker, Spitter set up, ready to go. You see Access frantically aiming his shotgun from left to right up on these rocket spawns. Really feeling alone here with the shotgun here. Got to get something going here, but the spawns just aren't coming in yet. Eventually comes in with the rocket, actually, and it lands onto Access. Hunter gonna land as well, but the mate, and the Smoker pulled through as well. And Tralalerito, aka Access, got stacked on the spit with the death spit as well. So much damage, and you know, if hits like that keep coming out, we're gonna see Supreme Stars down quite a bit after 2 chapters.
Yeah, look at that. You're coming up on the halfway point in just a second here, and I don't think they have. I don't know if they go here. I think they have to just try. This isn't going to probably amount to much of anything, but they got to go. Hunter blasted out of the sky. Boomer does land. Jockey, nothing. And just as expected, the attack is shut down. Now, all the commons are going to be in the back. If the survivors just hold W, it'll be very beneficial, but they choose to go shopping. And they don't find nothing's fruitful in their searches. But since they stop and look for stuff, I don't think they could take this house choke point now. I believe they might have had it if they just held W. Reloading. And Nick is slow as well.
This hit is no joke. Charger's like, he's just going to spawn it in. He's going to go very politely go through the gate, as the homeowners, I'm sure, expected him to do. Overall, not going to be a super impactful hit, and this 1/3 of the bonus Supreme Stars is able to hold on to.
Yeah, they do have to go through the laser event, though. They have to trigger that off, so they do have some more to take care of before they make it to the safe room. Don't know if the spawns are the greatest here at the beginning, but at the end of the chapter, it's going to be extremely difficult for Supreme Stars not to mitigate most of this damage. And at least there's no full hit now, so they can make some ground. And the question is, where the SI send it? And the slower they go, the better opportunity the SI will have to hit early or not.
Exactly. Jockey, Charger, Hunter, and a Spitter ready to go around this corner. Access trying to just push his way through. Southstar is actually backed up quite a bit, and they're just giving this space up.
I don't know if I agree with that, no. I think they should have hit again. Maybe it's just me, but what do I know? Just a cat. I do like.
They're bleeding out either way. You know, they expect this hit to come out, and they're like, "Well, it's not coming out."
And now they have a survivor slow, and it's a guy in the front too. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
They're about to have more slow if they don't keep pushing. And here comes the attack. Hunter from the rear, Jockey Charger from the front. The Charger yanks him off the wall, gets 2 slams. Oh my goodness, they're all swimming in the spit for a little bit. Incap goes out, and that is disastrous. That bonus was at 400 and about 12 down to 130. Melting away, and they don't even make the ground to get up to the top level yet. No, it looks like it's just going to be a distance run. I don't even know if we're going to get that at the 3.
A hit comes out. nice clear on the Hunter, but Smoker, Jockey, both gonna land. Players going down. This obviously is a rough situation for Supreme Stars, and they may just go down from this. Probably not, but I mean, Rowe and Ellis are quite close. They're on their deathbed here. And the thing is, I mean, this has really been showing us the value of patience here out of South Stars. You know, so often we talk about Left 4 Dead 2 as being a tempo game and having to have high tempo, but they've had some patience at some key moments so far in this match, and it's made a hell of a difference here. I love them just waiting, and, you know, I mean, Supreme... Whoa, they stumble him in the spit, and he dies from that charge stumble on the other end of the wall. Chad is a genius, and another player is going to go down as well. Supreme Star is going to continue to be challenged, and it looks like they might just die off before getting in again.
That is the second time they charge spit through the wall to kill somebody. They've done it twice.
Wow.
They probably won't get it a third time, but it looks like, here he comes. He gets one down. Oh, the Charger almost finishes this by himself. The Smoker will finish it for him. And what an entertaining end to the fashion. And they're 10.99. We're not asking for tax information, but it's just ironic it comes out to that score. 10.99 to 21.48. It looks like South Stars is in the driver's seat pretty comfortably with 2 left. And if they can't make any leeway on a chapter with 2 tanks here, it is going to be over and in favor for South Stars.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people are already calling GG. We are going to the mansion, which is my personal favorite chapter. There's so much close quarters going on in this chapter. It's really a pleasure to watch high-level shotgun players take on this chapter. But like I was saying, I'm sure a lot of people have kind of, you know, called the GG on this. But it's important to remember, I mean, learning is on this Supreme Stars roster. We've also got Saitama on this roster. You know, this roster definitely has the potential, but right now South Stars is just controlling the pace of this match every step of the way. Looking one step ahead here on Haunted Forest. Jockey, Charger, Smoker, and a Spitter. Good first hit here for Supreme Stars. We'll see what they can do with it. Charger, beautiful hops over. Ultimately not going to find a target. Jockey does find one briefly. 1.1%. Not the best. And in goes Tung-Tung-Tung-Cito.
Yeah, and actually we just caught wind that we're not going to be covering the Berserker and Judgment match after this because instead we have a Corey versus Fathers of the Abyss on No Mercy Rehab 5 minutes after that one's scheduled. So, we got some exciting action happening with the Boomer sacking out. And this tank will wait until he has support before he goes in. No double tanks today, no. But we will have 2 separate tanks coming in on this chapter. Relatively close to each other.
Did you say No Mercy Rehab?
That's correct.
Oh my goodness. Okay. South Stars not taking a whole lot of damage so far. And this is to be expected. I mean, this tank is really tough. They do go for that Smoker, which in my opinion is an essential tool here for this tank. You know, you sit a Smoker here at the double doors that the tank's about to go through. You get some great value pulling Survivors through, but he's going to be coming from the safe room. He's going to pull Nick. Another tank's going to hop over. He's going to get his corner off of that, but it's a very haphazard corner, and he loses it immediately. Hunter catches, which allows him to E-Rock 1-2 punch onto Coach. And the Jockey's there. It's kind of enticing, but in the end, he's going to catch in one more smack onto Earn, a.k.a. KMY. That's going to be that. Tank getting some decent value. We're going to have the next tank coming in shortly after, but yeah, I mean, I gotta say, you know, if another tank's like this, then boom, they're down to 50 bonus or less.
Okay, that might have been an accident.
And here is tank number 2 immediately after, just as we were talking about. And this one's going to be in the hands of Kuts. I think I might have said that. I tried my best to get that one correctly, but he'll have the tank. He gets pushed a little bit, but not going to take any chip as the spit block is in the back. Doesn't do it. Actually, he runs through it. And they run back safely, and 3/4 bonus. This chapter isn't that long and all, but the two tanks make it quite interesting, and it's really difficult to get anything more than one end cap. Completely reliant on the survivors 1v1 the SI, and if you always have that, of course, the survivors always have the advantage when it's a 1v1.
Yep. 100 jockey Boomer here. Kind of awkward. Boom does die off. But yeah, I mean, he's going to be losing some HP here. Still goes second pass. I'm actually not sure if it's going to be a charger or a smoker. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But Kurtz here is about to go in 40%. And it is going to be a charger, so they don't get the smoker. I guess, you know, not having a smoker is alright. I would definitely like to have it. In goes the tank. It's already 3K. He's already 2K. But he gets a natural corner, a raw corner. Gets a couple smacks there, and Coach almost going down. I would love to see him just finish him off. But regardless, now he's got Nick here, and he leaves Nick before he goes down. I don't know. I mean, leaving a little bit of damage on the table there, but all good. Still going to be some meaningful, impactful damage as they drop him below 50% bonus.
Watch out!
Yep, both tanks pretty standard. This is exactly what you expect to see. I think you got a good spread, but
yeah.
I'm trying to see what the best value would have been from there. I think he probably did get the best value because those two end caps were less than 10 HP. So unfortunately, just missed the last hit on the survivor right before he died off. But the smoker charger will be the special infected attack. We're gonna go in the back here. The charger lands. Spitter would be successful. Nice setup. Smoker tries to get another survivor in that spit. He can't. Just like that. He's down a little bit more. 449 remaining. They in-cap survivor on purpose so he can be fast. They will sacrifice 5% HP for that, or damage bonus, I mean, for that. But still 633 points with the safe room just a couple of turns away.
Yeah, you don't want to be slow. You don't want to be perma-slow through here. You want to be blasting through these corridors, taking as few hits as possible through here. They get into the exact spot they want to deal with this hit. Charge is basically a non-factor here. He's got so much BS that he's got to hop over. And he's just lasered down like butter by the time it is actually able to have a chance to connect. 604 bonus left for South Stars as they make breakneck pace through the remainder of this chapter. And it looks like they're going to have another hefty 1,300 point lock-in.
Yeah, I don't even think they'll get the hit with this. They could just block spawn for 40. Look at them spread out. Charger looking. Hunter finds something, but he's alone. He's not going to get anything by himself. The charger has to find something. He does, but he's all alone. Smoker helps for a bit. The spitter comes by himself.
Oh, no.
And just a couple of M2s from the SI, and look at that. And all they walk in with 586 bonus and 3432. Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
That's all you really have to say when you see a scoreline like that. Asking Supreme Stars to basically get 2,300 points in order to keep it relatively even. Yeah, that's just not going to happen. This is not the Chapter 3 that Supreme Stars needed. We'll see what they can do here. Obviously, you know, if they can get a good amount of bonus in, maybe they can even get a slight win on the chapter, that would be amazing for them. They desperately need it. But I just don't really foresee it happening so far as South Stars has really seemed to know what's up here on Haunted Forest. And they just haven't really made many missteps. There was the AI tank, but even that, they were able to get a positive spin on, I felt like South Stars was.
All right, just talking to Zyko here. Looks like they're going to start their game shortly. So if they actually start their game and this third chapter is over the null, I think due to the fact that this is being out of reach, I think it might be the better play to go over there.
Okay.
I can debate if that's a great idea or not, but let's see what they do with their side here. Keep this interesting. Charger jockey smoker combo. Everything onto one survivor, and it turns out to be, wow, big damage onto Nick. 39 damage to Kurtz. And look at Chad. I thought he was going in right away. This is dangerous. Oh, he eats a rock. He's going to have to eat pills. And they lose 10% now before he even thinks of committing.
Yeah, that was really, really rough hit. It just shows you, I mean, South Stars are just so good at getting unbelievable value from a hit like that, like the jockey into the charge. It was just immaculate. It's not something you see every day, but it's just so well done. And I mean, I don't know what the overall plan is here for South Stars, as they just kind of send in their smoker to die off. Hunter Charger, I could have sworn this is going to be a boom, but I guess, yeah, I mean, I knew I had to be wrong. It is going to be the jockey, and take it away.
He is to the door. He is on the ground at almost half HP. The Hunter lands. The Charger pre-spawn. There goes the rock. Gets Rochelle. The Charger melted. This tank is alone with half of the HP. There's still a jockey, though. And here he goes. He's going to pursue. Now he throws a rock. He lands it, and he is dead. Not bad value from Chad coming out there. I don't care who you are, Null. Usually this tank's melt down with maybe an end cap and a couple extra slaps. And they'll get a couple extra slaps on top of it. And it'll come out to 30% even. A little bit more coming out from Cell Stars and Supreme Stars. But one down, another one to go immediately. I don't even think they'll get a hit here, Null. It just spawns that quickly.
Well, the thing is, I don't think Supreme Stars should really be letting South Stars get a hit here, but they kind of have done that. There's going to be a hunt spit. Beautiful, beautiful skeet from Access that will shut down this hit for most intents and purposes. But there is still the smoke. There's still the spit. Okay, just going to kind of delay. And let's see, Earn is the boom. He's also the tank. Could just get an arc boom, like a protected arc boom. Gonna try to smoke into it, but coach denies that. Well done by Supreme Stars. Double boom though, with the event starting. You should be fine here. Charge spawning as well. It comes out and gets a double charge with the double boom. Earn is in there, and he's got Supreme Stars corner. The non-boom target getting hit. Ellis going down, tongue. Jockey take him into the side room, the double cap, and it is over. Wow.
Wipe out. I'll tell you what, and all that boom landed, the charge landed, the tank was in, and that was it. Wiping out Supreme Stars and probably their tournament life at this rate. Rough for them.
Definitely.
Needing a miracle. I don't even know if it's mathematically possible anymore for them, sadly.
I mean, hey, the South Stars are a much feared team for a reason. You know, a lot of these players coming from Dynasty, and you know, you just get the general vibe from the Peruvian community. You know, a lot of players tagging up with Dynasty and doing the same for Hikori as well. The Hikori and Dynasty, aka South Stars, now are much beloved teams in full display here against Supreme Stars.
Ooh, nice little charge.
Wow.
Little flex here. Little flex.
Jockey and the smoke charge just get lasered down, but it's gonna be tons of damage. Well done by Supreme Stars.
A little flex here. They're flexing on him a little bit, saying, yeah, you might have beat us, but we could bully you a little bit. You know what I mean? Get a little damage out of this. And good job by them. Look at that 14% with a hit that probably shouldn't have done that. You know, without a spit coming in. So great value. Let's see what they could do with the second hit. And I think they're going to wait for the transition in, though. Maybe try to grab the last guy. And no, they're going to wait on the other side.
Yeah, this makes sense. A really strong place to hit right here. Love the smoke. The hunt setup as well. Charger unfortunately missing with the hunt overlap, and that's going to be that. But hey, the dam is still there. 82% after 2 hits. Not bad at all for Supreme Stars, but can they keep up the momentum as another hit gets queued up? Going to be Spitter, Smoker, and 2 more.
Making good leeway though. Coming up about 40% of the way through the map. Nice little proxy. We got a 2 boom. This could be dangerous. See if they try to pull the trigger. They only have a jockey and a smoker though. They want to go. Smoker misses. Smoker dies. Jockey's trolling. I'm not quite sure what they want to do here, but looks like the jockey's just going to despawn and try to wait for teammates to come up. Looks like that's all what that was there for the attack. Just delay, game dog. Just delay.
Right. They will be able to hop down. There are some risks of like death charge or instant kill through here. I would say South Stars has probably gotten through most of that, if not all of that at this point. Obviously, you can see it says it's going to be a 25% tank, but I believe it is a static spawn. Nice little charge into the spit. Jockey trying to carry Rochelle in as well. He's going to go ahead and get shut down. But still, textbook hit there out of Supreme Stars. Get some decent damage.
Yep, and they are out. Halfway. Like you said, tank is only going to spawn when they come outside the tunnel, though. And one thing to note for the viewers, if they don't know, the hittables only do 24 damage. So
right.
There is no end cap, but it doesn't mean you can't use it as a tool to corral the survivors, because even though you can punch a survivor, a big thing does hit more than one survivor a lot easier. So it doesn't mean it's not disadvantageous to use it. You just have to use it in the right scenario, though, to maximize the great value, or just to put the survivors in a pickle for the special infected to do their job a little bit better. But depth charge possibility, just like you said. Really tough to pull it off, though. Charger's going for it, not going to get it.
Whoa.
Oh, wait. Oh, I was so close to a double charge. That would have been big damage if he landed there and all. And we get down with almost 40% of, actually 40% of the bonus is gone. But they find more pills, so it goes back up. Never mind.
That smoke attempt onto Earn was like crazy to me, but it was no big deal. I saw the charge come in as well, but not really able to find it. Tank gonna be in the hands of Tung Cito. We of course have the two logs. They are going right into it. Very aggressive here. And the log is gonna work. Gotta be careful of tumbles as well with those logs. Oh my god, right into the job. And while Led is gonna go down, Earn is gonna go down as well. No, he is plenty of HP. And he's even got the set of pills that he pops. But this is all the DB going bye-bye. And this tank is tough to find damage. I mean, the tank has done a very good job of finding it. And he even gets a bit of a disengage. He's going to recommit, though, very quick. Oh, my God. E-Rock, he's going to be able to finish it off. 478 HP as he hits Chad one more time. And they're going to get a wipe.
Oh, they cleared it. What are they doing? Yeah. He cleared it. What? Oh my goodness, they're so lucky. They'll wipe out, but no, I think it's a little too late though. But they do end them in fashion. They get a tank wipe. Good job for Supreme Stars.
This is screwed up, y'all. I need
yeah, this is all for the glory right now. It does, it does ruin the luster a little bit for Supreme Stars, but it was still beautiful, beautiful tank play. They've been needing that here tonight, and it does eventually pull through. It was very well executed by them. A lot of early damage coming out on Wall Lead as they try to just burst the tank down. And so often does that over-aggression lead survivors into Death's grip, where otherwise they could have escaped. Now, the question is, can Supreme Stars get some good bonus, put on a good show for us here? Or are they going to get death charge or some other hilarious theatrics here? Or will it be a quad? What's going to happen here? We know one thing for sure. It's going to be a jockey, charger, smoker, and a boom. We'll see what South Stars can do with it.
And here we come. Survivors pushing down that hill. I mean, not the hill, the stairs on the railing, safe. That doesn't make sense. Jockey is melted. Over, I think, is the only thing that gets anything. Everything else is pretty clear. And a good take from Supreme Stars. Much better than what South Stars did, but South Stars will get the last laugh in the end, though. No, it definitely will.
Reloading.
But no 4K. Yeah. No 4K. That's what Supreme Stars said. Nope, no 4K for you guys.
No 4K. But still, I mean, let's just see what Supreme Stars can do here on the Survivor side. They're going to be facing down a lot of, rocket spawns in from both angles, lots of vertical options, lots of, just horizontal options as well, like spawns behind, spawns forward. You really have to just be locking everything down here, have really quick reaction speed, and also You know, just get lucky and be looking at the right angle from time to time as well. So Spitter's already spawned in. We'll see if, you know, maybe they need a pick on this or something like that. But that Spitter is ready. Smoker comes from the other end, but they instant clear it. Not able to pick the spit, but they will be able to pick the hunt. Oh my god, the hit gets melted down. Look at Supreme Stars. Look at them.
They're looking great. And for those that wanted to know, what much points could they put up? I mean, 2,400 plus 180, I think, is the magic number they could put up, and I don't think that's going to be enough. But it would be very impressive to see if they put up 1,500 points of bonus. See if they can do so. So far, taking all of these choke points rather well. This one, very difficult. Look at them trying to send one survivor up top there, the shotgun player. The Spitter misses. They gotta run through it a little bit, go back to safety. But there's no spit now, but they're still gonna hit with these peppers. Let's see what they can do in the transition out. Jockey looks like he's ready to go. Charger getting in position. Boomer's from an interesting spot, but doesn't work out. And now they're gonna be able to go. Jockey lands, Charger lands. Everything's clearing up quickly. Still holding on to 90% of the bonus though and all, but I don't know. I would love to see a 1,500 point chapter at the end, but it's looking doubtful.
Such a long chapter. There is an insane potential for a ton of points. We'll just have to see if Supreme Stars can do it. Jockey, Hunter, Smoker, Spitter, they don't have a charge through here. Charge can often be a very impactful tool, but we see Supreme Stars leveraging that small little jump up, little, you know, lip on the sides of the walls that can be hopped up on, can try to, you know, mitigate some of the SI's damage, spit as well. But the hunt will catch down below, not on that lip. Into the smoke though, with the jockey carrying all the way around the side. Huge damage, very well played by Cell Stars. And they're just relentless with how they're able to find damage.
Yeah, they doubled up right there, more than doubled
Yeah.
up. That was huge coming out from Cell Stars, dropping them down to where they're at now. But I do believe they should be able to get up top before spawns get ready. Okay, they took it. Oh, the Charger still comes in. He misses though, and his teammates could not help him because spawns were blocked. Hunter will get 3 damage for sitting on the survivor for more than a second. 2 boom will land, and they're gonna get through. It looks like they're gonna be at this tank about quarter bonus lost, but I still think that's pretty good considering how many good choke points the infected have just to drop on the survivors. Really with no effort. Just a good job by Cell Stars minimizing as much as they have. And it's going to be exactly a quarter going into it. I mean, quarter lost. Wow, that spawned so early.
Okay. Yeah. And the spit blocks MK. This is crazy here for Supreme Stars. Have they just locked themselves in? Did the AI spit just go insane? Or did they plan on doing this already?
I'm not sure what they're doing. They're going back.
Oh my.
I see what they're doing. That is a death charge. No, he's not. Never mind. Thought it was a death charge. Look at the AI spinner. Oh, the AI spinner pushing him back. Look at this. He gives the tank a little bit of advance room. It's not going to work out in their favor, but it was still funny to see, no?
Definitely.
Ellis is getting real greedy for damage. Look at his pathing.
Yeah.
He's coming in from the back, trying to come from the side. He's missing the parkour jumps up here. He doesn't make the jump clean. Survivor's running. Rochelle gets jocked, but gets safe. A double punch comes out. That is a death jock coming out here. Rochelle has left us. Ern is going to throw a rock. What a jockey coming out. And he might be able to push. Nope. Tank's not going to let him come in. Smoker will land. They can't get the clear. Yes, they can. And now the tank is pushing Ellis. And Ellis gets punched to the other side. Okay. He eats the rock, though. The Charger comes in, not going to land. And now the tank's trying to get over to... He lands another rock onto Ellis. And it looks like this will finally be the end of Ern. Can he cap him? No, he doesn't. And he finally dies. But what a tank coming out here. Now he can jump over the rock, take the shorter route. They can feed him pills. If he can make it, And they can pick him up. He just made it.
No way.
Charger can't get the spawn. Yes, he can.
Dude.
Lasted this long. Let's go.
They can end this here. They're going to go for it. Here comes the Charger and the Hunter. The Charger lands. Oh, what a skate coming out. And he kills the jockey.
Got it.
And he clears before the cap. What a play coming out here by Coach Naw at the end.
Yeah.
Tolerito.
I was telling you, that's access. I was telling you, there's definitely going to be people who recognize him. He's been a rock for this team, but unfortunately, he's just going to be a death this time, and he immediately leaves the server as the rest of his team calls GG on that one. A little bit awkward there, maybe a cast occurs.
And that'll be it. South Stars getting the victory over Supreme Stars with a score of 3,978. 1,821. GG Naw, one game down, still got one to go.